All right, do any of you know someone who has lost a friend or family member in a motor vehicle accident? Anybody know somebody? Okay. All right, so wouldn't they give anything to have their family member back at least for one day? They would. It's a very serious thing. So today we're going to talk about something that not everybody likes to do. It's a very pertinent topic, and we're going to talk about it. In law enforcement, I've seen this firsthand save lives, and I've seen how it can change experience through things with people. So my name's Seth Whitaker, and today I'm going to be telling you why you should wear your seatbelt and how safety belts help save lives and keep us from extreme bodily harm inside of a vehicle. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is some statistics from the state of Kentucky. So who in here wears their seatbelt 100% all the time? 100% of the time. You've never drove without your seatbelt on? Well, if not all of us at one time, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt 100% all the time. Let me give you some statistics from CDC.gov. It's about vehicle safety. Motor vehicle crashes is a leading cause of death between the ages of 1 and 54 in the United States, the leading cause of death. CDC.gov also reports that of 21,022 deaths, that 60% of those occupants inside of the vehicle were found unrestrained at the fatality of the wreck. 60%. Information gathered from nationalsafety.wordpress.org stated that motor vehicle accidents is the second leading cause of death in teenage deaths, with 35% of the deaths. Homicide was 15% and suicide was 15%, and the other deaths were 35%. So essentially, motor vehicle is the leading cause of death in its own section at 35% of teenage deaths, 35%. As a police officer, I've either been on scene or been involved in 11 fatality wrecks here in my jurisdiction. In those wrecks, 2 of those occupants that died were wearing seatbelts. The other 9 did not have a seatbelt on them. So it's very pertinent to wear your seatbelt. So now that I'm giving you some statistics, let's talk about some myths. People have myths while they don't want to wear their seatbelts. So we're going to talk about that. So some of the facts about, and I'm going to try to debunk these myths, is from the Highway Safety Cabinet in Kentucky. So the first myth, and I'm sure some of y'all have heard this, is I don't need to wear my seatbelt because I'm just going down the road. I'm not going to be driving fast when I'm going down the road. The Highway Safety Department in Kentucky states that most vehicle wrecks occur within 25 miles of your home and less than 40 miles an hour. And I would say less than 40 miles an hour is driving a slow speed. So within close distance of your home. Also, myth number 2 is that I don't want to wear a seatbelt because what if I get trapped because I'm wearing my seatbelt, and if I get trapped and my car catches on fire, I can't get out. Now, I've heard people say that. The cabinet also says that of all the vehicle wrecks in Kentucky, 0.5% of those vehicle wrecks involve fire with the crash. So 0.5%. So I would say your odds of not getting trapped in a fiery crash is pretty good. It does happen, but it's fairly good compared to just a normal wreck. So those that wear seatbelts are more likely to keep their, or not sustain as much bodily harm, but also to stay conscious in case you are trapped, you can get out or try to fight your way out. If you don't wear your seatbelt and you do get knocked around, you may lose consciousness, and even though you're not dead, you may end up passing away because you can't wake up and get out of the vehicle. So since we've debunked some of these myths, let's talk about how Kentucky has changed the way we operate here. And some people didn't know this, but before 2007 and 2006, if you were a law enforcement officer, you could not solely stop somebody based on just a seatbelt infraction. You'd have either more reasonable suspicion or another probable cause reason to stop that vehicle per statute. So at the end of 2006, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, along with lawmakers, set out to find a new statute that would give officers more reason to be able to stop them and correct this issue, because we were having so many related deaths in vehicles. So at the end of 2006 and 2007, they implemented a new KRS that an officer could stop a vehicle based on the, seatbelt infraction alone. I want to read to you the Kentucky Revised Statute on the seatbelt law. In subsection 6 it says, a person shall not operate a motor vehicle manufactured after 1981 on the public roadways of this state unless the driver and all occupants are wearing a properly adjusted and fastened seatbelt, unless the passenger is a child who is secured as required in subsection 3, which talks about child safety seats. So before 2007, the Kentucky Academy of Transportation reported that 64.8% of people in Kentucky wore their seatbelt. 64.8. After the new KRS was implemented, it is now, and new stuff was put out, it's now been said that 86.8% of people in Kentucky wear their seatbelts. The national average is 88.3%. So we've gradually gotten there, but we're still a little apart. But we're doing a lot better than we were. So we've talked about statistics about deaths and wrecks and seatbelt statistics. We've also talked about some myths and reasons why people don't want to wear seatbelts. And we've talked about how Kentucky has tried to make their seatbelt law tougher just so we can save lives. Who in here enjoys life? Who really cares for life? Who cares for their family? Who, you want your family and your friends to, you love them and you want them to live also. I know it's a hassle putting your seatbelt on because especially if you work in town, you have to take it on and put it off and take it on and put it off and take it on. But it's just an all-day thing, it feels like. But doesn't that 2 seconds of just clicking it in that can save your life, isn't that important to you? That your family can see you come home just because that you wear that seatbelt. I don't want to have to be the one to go to one of your relatives' house and tell them that they lost their loved one in a motor vehicle accident and they passed away because they weren't wearing their seatbelt when they asked. I don't want to be that person. And remember, in the state of Kentucky, it is the law to wear your seatbelt. And it's in KRS and you must wear your seatbelt, okay? So click it or tick it. Thank you.